And even on the bye week, we welcome in our analyst and Titans radio sideline reporter Jonathan Hutton. Jonathan, you can't ask for much more than being tied for first place at the midway point of the season, but it's hard to imagine the Titans can continue to play the way they have and stay there. So what do you make of this team at this point?
Well, I agree with that. Right now they're straddling the line of both. They've done what they needed to do in order to be tied for first place at the midway point. In fact, they're a game ahead of where they were at this point last season, but we shouldn't ignore the struggles that we've seen on offense. Very slow starts, an inconsistent running game, which is their staple, and they're nowhere near as successful as they've been in the red zone last year and now this year. They need to turn that around.
No question about it. The Titans hope the return of Corey Davis next week can help out that struggling offense. What type of a difference maker can he be?
Well, he's the deep threat. He gives the Titans the ability to stretch the field vertically, and with one or two games of consistent play, teams will have to defend this offense differently. You can't necessarily double-team Delaney Walker on every play or play a safety closer to the line of scrimmage. Davis was drafted 5th overall because he's not easy to cover. He has the ability to make those chunk plays that build momentum, flip field position, and open up opportunities for teammates. That's what he was brought in to do.
Yeah, several players should feel better after getting the entire bye week off. Coaches, meanwhile, stayed behind and self-scouted, trying to determine what's worked, what hasn't, and why so far this season.
Regardless if we're having success or not, we're looking at the red zone, 3rd down, short yardage, goal line, 2 minutes, anything that pertains to difference-making situations in the game. Offensively, why so successful last year and not this year, the comparisons of the two. But we look at every play and every player on every play, but we look at everybody.
So when the Titans did their self-scout this week, Jay Hutt, what did they see?
Well, they looked at ways to start faster, why the run game has stalled at times, and how to increase pressure on the quarterback. But the area that can turn everything for them is inside the 20-yard line. This is a system where they must capitalize in scoring zones. How they are attacking in the red zone, that was a big point of emphasis this past week. Right now, they leave with a touchdown only 46% of the time. Last year, they topped the NFL at 72%. That's something they have to fix moving forward.
Yeah, no question about it. Let's take a look now as we walk at some of the numbers about this offense so far. And right now, it frankly ranks a disappointing 18th in the National Football League through 7 weeks, down in the running game from a year ago, and the passing game still struggling at 26th.
Yeah, and remember, this offense, exotic smash mouth, isn't necessarily designed to be pretty. It's designed to be violent and a slugfest that wears down a defense in the 4th quarter, which I guess can be pretty to some, right? I
guess.
But the Titans are at their best when they get a lead and continue to pound away with the running game and play-action passing game. And let's not forget, the Titans have faced 5 top 11 defenses in the first 7 games. And while Cincy and Pittsburgh's D's are coming up, the schedule does ease up a bit.
Yeah, and defensively, the numbers have really gotten better over the last 3 weeks, up to 16th overall, although I think they would like that rushing D to be a little bit more stout.
Yeah, I agree. They haven't found consistent play from nose tackle. They're facing some backs coming up where the run defense is going to have to be on point. The secondary has really started to gel. Kevin Byard, he's taking over as the playmaker on defense. Wesley Woodyard having a great year for them. Now it's about finding consistency on all 3 levels defensively.
Yeah, the secondary has been a bright spot as the defense has stepped it up the past few weeks.